Hi, in this video, we're going to talk about this thing called the object. I know it's a very generic term. It could mean a lot of things, but it will hopefully be clearer once we get into the details as to what we're talking about. So to start, I'm going to present you with a little mystery, some code that we've seen many times that for this person class, we define a dunder method, and then we're going to instantiate an instance of the person class, and we're going to call the dunder string method. Now, do you think this is going to work? You'll probably say, yeah, of course. Now, I want you to think a little more is we did not define a dunder string method in our person class, but we can call it. How is that possible? Where did the dunder string method come from? Well, it turns out that even though it's not explicit in the class definition here, every class in Python always inherits from a class called object. So what we did previously is equivalent to this. And now, so the behavior of this is exactly the same as before. But if we look into the detail of the object class, so let me actually bring up the console to do this, that, for example, well, let's first look at the type of object. So type of object is it's a type. It's like I said, it's a class. So if we actually look at the type of, say, for example, person, that's also a type, right? Obviously. So again, object is just another class, but it's a special class that all classes in Python inherits from. Now, another thing that we can look inside the object class is what kind of attributes does it have, or what kind of method does it have? So we can do a dir, and that gives us a lot of insights into the attributes or the methods this class has. So among the interesting ones are, actually, we're looking for one specifically, right? It has dunder init method. It has, where is it? Okay, it actually provides a dunder string method. And that's why, even though for the person class, even though we did not explicitly define a dunder string method, it inherits from object a default dunder string definition. And that dunder string definition, the behavior is that it will print out where the module in which the class is defined, dot, the name of the class, and that this is an object of that class, so it's the person object, at this is its ID. All right, so when we actually define our own dunder string method, what we're actually doing is we are overriding the default implementation of the dunder string method that's in the object class. So that's the result. So in kind of a brief summary, that all classes in Python, whether explicit or not, they always inherit from the object class and everything that the object class can do. Now, I always kind of have a problem with calling a class object because, object-oriented programming means we often create objects of classes, right? But here, object is a class. So anyway, so that's why if you pay attention, I always like to say we instantiate instance of class rather than object of a class. And one of the reasons is really kind of to avoid confusing with the object class in Python. And also, I just want to say that the fact that every class inherits from a common base class, it actually has quite a few implications as we study more Python, and one of which is has to do with multiple intelligence that we'll get to later in the class.